the day. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special Saturday edition of the NFL.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he was worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the pack, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be set up a good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 33. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Now Jackson on first down. That one into the hands of Flowers. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. Jackson options out left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
You got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Love. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work, and that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Love looking to throw it. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
The Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Love now. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Throwing. Love. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. of the shotgun. It's Love. Buying time to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here we go. 45.
Love, they go play action now. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Love.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So we've hit halftime. Just a few.
Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. 3rd quarter. Here we go.
Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this 2nd half.
And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Jordan Love ready on first down here. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Love from the gun. Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Slant route. He's got Dobbs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Down right around the 25. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. To throw now. Here's Love. Rolling to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. To pass, here's Jordan Love, escaping the pressure right. High throw, but he makes the catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. First down, Love to pass. A short throw to Musgrave. He's into space past the 25 and down to the 16-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16. Here for 1st and 10. Back now at Lambeau. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. They throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Going back to Love. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Here's Love. Flush to his right. That's to the pylon and incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Back to throw. Johnson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. This is Hill on the draw play. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Love now on second down, being chased out left.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off.
Now Love.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Flushed out right. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
Down to about the 37.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7.
Here's Love. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on fourth down. Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He's back to throw. Connecting with Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw. Going long here for Wallace.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts.
And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game.
Love looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime, and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia,
here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And able to get this out to the 25. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And Love established himself as a legitimate franchise quarterback a season ago. And let's not forget, he had to exhibit a lot of patience waiting for his opportunity to become the man. And once he got that chance, he hit the ground running. The question now from the rest of the league, can he sustain that success? The Packers certainly believe he will.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3-and-out and did just that. And that is incomplete.
Romeo Doubs is intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Black, 95.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks.
Ready. Blue 32. Jack right.
Love to throw for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, a leap, and he will not. Catch. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 44. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well.
So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch them flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch them off guard. But that's a well-coached team.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Hurts throw there taken in by Smith.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
3rd and 3.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. working out of the gun. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Gets by him at the 25. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Looking to throw. Love. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Operating from the gun. Love forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Hurts. Steps away to his left. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a try.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On first down, Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They'll set up to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Barkley, inside handoff. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
This is 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. That's prepared for him to try and take off.
Barkley.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Barkley again. but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. The kick by Elliott is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. On 1st and 10, Love.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
On play action, Love to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Love. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First down, going to the air with Love.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air again, Love. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Love. Flushed out right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Being chased out left.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10,
just shy of the 30.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. taken in at the 22. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And now the rookie's free. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say.
And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right.
Right side to Watson.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Red 38.
They go with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Once again, it's Jacobs. Oh, look at the juke. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now throw there by Love, pulled in by Reed.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39.
The jet sweep, Dobbs. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Love's throw brought in by Watson.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Jordan Love ready on first down here, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Romeo Doubs.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers have taken a 4th quarter lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Got a man. It's Brown.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Down. 33. Yellow.
Here's Love. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over in that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Love. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Love.
That is intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Packers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.